So I've already shuffled the cards. I'm going to pull your first card right now, Byron. Okay. Okay, you have 3 cards here. And they are drama, grave, and survive. So let's start with the first one. Oh, I guess it would help if I had some light. There we go. All right. Drama. I'm still here, don't worry. Okay, so this is about somebody in your life that's alive right now, relative. This person is very dramatic. They can cause a lot of problems at celebrations, family get togethers, and occasions that would otherwise be very happy for you. Their whole existence is like a black hole, and it's pretty much to suck you into it. Now, this could be because of their own upbringing. The drama to them can be very normal, very familiar for them, and yeah, and they like it. Um, you probably tolerate it because you're used to it. Um, and it would be good for you to experience a holiday or family get together without this stuff. And apparently, the pattern still goes on. And basically, what this card is saying that you have a choice. You don't have to deal with it. Don't engage with it because you can't win. This is just this person's irrational behavior, and they have an irrational personality. Now, it's good for you to keep your distance from them. If you can't remove them from your life, just basically set boundaries so they're not upsetting you or your family. So your next card is grave. You don't have to whisper, Lindy, all right?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Roseanne, don't eat out then because I'm going to make the peppers. I got to start cutting them down. See, this is what I'm talking about. If I do rice tonight,
Okay, so the grave card, it basically, now this card coming through is an actual ancestor of yours that has either passed a long time ago or in your lifetime someone you would know. And that I can't tell you, but here's the situation with it. Basically, they have a heaviness about them. When this card comes up, it doesn't bring about the lightest and brightest of emotions, but they do try to shine a light in into darkness and into dark emotions. So they're not. It isn't a bad thing. It's just that their mourning or sadness could be in mourning or sadness. that's become unendurable to them and escalated into suffering at the time. They have a low vibrational energy, and they could have emotions such as anger, hatred, doubt, fear, hopelessness, shame, or guilt. Now, those things can cause you to have issues with your aura if they're around you a lot. But they can also help you with an unclear yet present danger or threat. The card does warn about a risk. It is good for you because it's warning you of something that could possibly happen. And it does warn you against doing things that are impulsive. It tells you to be cautious and have clarity in your undertakings and to be very careful. But this this ancestor that's coming through is there for protection and to help you with whatever you have coming up or going on. And this again is linked to a passing of a tragic or a traumatic event. Now, it does want it does want to be made clear that this is the way they might have passed on, but it doesn't have anything to do with their current state of consciousness. So you don't have to worry about if this person is in a bad situation now or not. Now because they're not. It's just how they could have passed. Now, whether you know them or not, I don't know, but hopefully I can find out with this next card.
TJ, pause a second.
I can't pause it, but you can ask me. What is it?
I want to shuffle for him.
For Byron?
If you could read them, I want to do
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Byron,
Alright.
you're actually going to get 2 readings
I really
because Lindy really wants to shuffle for you. So give me 1 second. Let me get your last card, and then I'm going to pause you, and I'm going to do a second one. But Lindy wants to shuffle the
No,
cards.
you do that, but I want to. You finish your reading, but I want to shuffle for him.
No, I'll when what I do no what I do in them, I have to stop it so that it loads up. Oh well, he's here, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so you can go on. He's listening. Okay, so let me tell him about
Okay.
this last card, and then here I'm gonna give them to you now to shuffle.
Okay, cool.
But what you need to do, these are his 3 cards. I'm gonna shuffle them in the deck.
Okay.
These cards are very hard to shuffle, just so you know. There's like 100 of them.
Right.
But I want you to know this. Before you shuffle him, and after you're done, you got to hold this card in your hand.
Before and after?
You're going to hold this card right now. It's called the Spirit Throne.
Okay.
Because they're going to come through. This is how they come through. So take this card, and you want to think of Byron.
Okay.
That's what I did before I went live. Okay? And then, so you thinking of Byron?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you give me back the card because I'm still doing his reading. Okay, let me have that. And then here's the deck for you to shuffle for him. All the cards are in there. The throne card never goes in. So let me finish doing survive, and then while you shuffle.
Okay.
Shuffle them real good. Okay, you were born whole and unwounded, and you were a little miracle with moving parts, hardwired to survive. Then life happens fast and furious like a monster roller coaster. 1 minute you're happy plodding along the tracks, rising to scenic heights. Then suddenly you're being pulled, pushed, and banked in alarming ways, all accompanied by panic and frenzied screaming. Do you ever really measure up for this ride? Still, what choice do you have except climbing aboard the merry-go-round, going nowhere, growth-defying carousel that goes round and round and round? This oracle describes a loved one or an individual connected with an experience of hardship, awful events, or conditions that were beyond their personal control. Yet at its core, survival is really validating a loved one's remarkable and legendary strength, courage, and resourcefulness in the face of adversity. The totem of this oracle is the Edelweiss, a bright and woolly, starry-shaped flower that traditionally means virtue, nobility, and rare beauty. Yet, because it's found at such high altitudes and thrives in inclement conditions, this rare and hardy blossom of snow is this beloved dead's precious symbol of perseverance and a sign of the triumph of the human condition. This card can also identify an imprint caused by troubled caregiver who didn't make you feel like you had the right to survive, thrive, exist, or even be. If you're currently facing a mountain of challenge in your life or battling what feels like an uphill struggle, the beloved dead of survive says never give up, show them what you got, bloom and grow. And we're never too old to bloom and grow, for one. So, what this card is saying is either pertaining to you or your ancestor that came through in the second card, because that's where your ancestor came through in the second card. And they apparently, they're there to protect you, definitely there to protect you, but their personality and what went on in their life is what I just read to you, unless this pertains to you and they happen to be talking about you. Only you will know that. So if one of your, I get the feeling that this person is somebody you know. I get the feeling of that. I don't know whether it's male or female. I mean, I could very well be wrong, and it could be an ancestor that is way, way back that you don't know, but I get the kind of feeling that you know him. But again, on that, I could be wrong. Now, Lindy is going to shuffle the deck, so if I would have known that, I would have done like I would have done like a what do you call it, a 12 card set. I would have done that for him. Okay, take the throne card. No, hold both cards in your hand, and then you're gonna think of Byron. Again, I'm gonna pull the first three cards. You can still shuffle while holding it if you want to. So this is going to be a continuation. It's basically going to be, you could have a total different ancestor come through. Most people have about 15
leave it like that.
Hanging around.
There's the throne card.
Okay, I have the throne card. Okay. So I make sure in my brain I'm doing Byron. I really love these cards. I really do.
They're just hard to shuffle.
They are. They're very hard to shuffle because there's a lot of them.
They're thick.
Yeah. Well, they're not that thick. There's just a lot of them. Okay, so here we go. First three cards. Oh, an act of love. Self-preservation. Sovereign. And the grave card again.
Uh-oh.
No, grave does not mean death. That's not what it means. Okay, so we're going to have to pull another card for act of love because that's how that works. But let's go to that first. The act of love card. Okay, let's see. This is an act of love card, so this is a totally different section. And it also means another card has to be pulled. So let's see. Okay. That's really weird. What the heck? That's strange.
What is?
The card's not, I don't know. The card's not showing up. And that's not me. Like, why is the card not showing up here? I know it has to show up because it's a card, so this makes no sense. That is weird.
It has to be.
Yeah, I know. And it showed up yesterday because somebody got the card. Let me see about a 6-card spread here real quick, though. See if I can combine it or if it's just another total reading. Okay, there's Pillar of Personal Power. Okay, those are all 12 cards, 12 cards, 12 cards, 12 cards. So yeah, he's just getting a total another reading, but where in the world? There's the Ouija card.
Hope I didn't mess him up.
You didn't mess him up. Not at all. I just would have done a 12 card reading though, instead of like a 6 card. So that's okay because it's just going to give you more information. It's fine. It's just crazy here. I mean, I read this card yesterday. It's bugging me. Trauma. Conflict.
Oh, jeez, I would pick a card.
No, it's okay. No, it's probably just me. What the heck is going on? Hold on. Okay, this started to creep me out now, Byron. No, it's never happened before, but it's happening now. Like it's disappeared from my information here. Like it's gone. Maybe you're not supposed to do a 6 card reading. What the heck? I mean, this is not me. This is weird. Hold on. But, spirits can do that. Hold on. I'm going to triple check here. Okay, this is nuts. Lindy, what in the world? I mean, I can maybe read the other 2 cards, but I don't understand this. Lindy, you can check for yourself. Like, seriously, it's gone from my book. And I had this card yesterday.
It has to be there.
Okay, 4th time. I'm going to look. Look.
Go slower.
I went slow. Okay, wait.
No,
wait a second. You didn't mess me up. He's laughing on here.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Okay, I'm starting from the beginning. You can come and check yourself. Okay. Act of love cards.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it's not there?
No, it's not. I read it yesterday. Hold on a second. I'm gonna look one more time.
Well, this is spooky.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now after the 4th time it shows up.
Maybe the pages were stuck
No,
together.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I looked at the self-care card.
All right.
No, it wasn't. Okay, so this card is... Okay, it's an active love card. It's called self-preservation. Okay, this card appears when your existence has shifted from a happy, carefree place into a heightened state of endurance. Like maybe you feel if you're groaning under the weight of too much, or if something or someone, it's time to reacquaint yourself with your own motivations for having taken on this role and then to prepare to exit. Self-preservation involves an act of escape. It's asking you to untie your bonds, emotional or physical, and continue on your merry way. If you're willing or unwilling, involved in drama, pettiness, or arguments that don't belong to you, the act of self-preservation is asking you to step out of someone else's conflict. Is there a pattern forming where you're only needed when there's a problem to be solved or an advantage to be gained? You may be a caring soul that genuinely wants to help or give, and by all means do your due diligence, but there comes a time when enough is enough. Allow others to work through their own lessons of attachment. In other words, not my circus, not my monkeys. So you did have this card. You didn't have this card, but you had one saying pretty much the same thing about a person, like during family get-togethers, holiday celebration, or whatever. That was a lot of drama. Now, because I pulled that card, I have to pull another one that gets laid on top of it. Oh, don't worry, Nick. What I'm going to do when I'm done Byron's is I end this, and then I come back and do yours so that they load up quickly. Okay, so we see addiction is a card that comes up over self-preservation. So my guess, going by the cards, somebody has an addiction, whether you're aware of it or not, and maybe that's making them act a little crazy. I don't know, but let's see what it says. Could again, these cards don't necessarily mean what the name on them is, so we're gonna find out. Okay. The beloved dead that carries the experience and lessons of addiction arrives with a heavy heart and often profound regrets, fettered by pain or an emptiness that seeks comfort from without rather than from within. The addict can bequeath a legacy of heartache, anger, helplessness, and unstable footing that will continue to seek expression in all the wrong ways. It's the generational gift that keeps on misgiving. When addiction falls into a spread, it could be addressing an issue of escapism or overindulgence in any life area that needs mindful moderation or self control. It could also be pointing out a pattern of impulsive and self defeating emotional responses to life stressors, those perceived threats and challenges that undo us at the seams. Candidly, on occasion, short term versus delayed gratification and losing personal control can be deeply satisfying fun, popular, and even good, and yet, as a default reaction to stimuli, it exacts an inestimable price, the loss of your freedom. So, my guess is the ancestor or past person that could have died. You either have two things going on here. um you either have a relative alive that has this drama and acts going on that has an addiction, or this is your passed on relative. Now, since the second card is usually going on about an ancestor, this could be the same ancestor coming through, or you could have a different ancestor coming through. This card is called Sovereign. Okay, so let's see what that has to say. But all of your cards, six or three cards, no matter what we're doing, seem to be saying pretty much the same thing. So let's see here for Sovereign. Okay, Sovereign.
Yeah.
Okay, my guess, going by the second card, is this is all talking about a person that has passed on. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, charged with an opportunity to devote energy to something greater than old patterns. The crown is a symbol of self-control, self-discipline, and personal power. When you receive this card, it's a message to embrace your inner sovereign. By reigning in your own right, you become a gracious servant to a higher cause. Dressed, appointed, and consecrated, answerable to eternal self, and a more evolved way of responding to stimuli. Admittedly, when triggered, Sovereign will lash out because they feel justified in the moment, but the carriage turns back into a pumpkin. This false validation soon changes into remorse, regrets, guilt, or shame because impulsive reactions based on old emotional habits or traitorous instincts. When you lose self control and self discipline, you abdicate your personal power and self worth. The beloved dead of Sovereign says play the long game. The first step in breaking patterns of self sabotage and undermining personal power is to learn your triggers while under pressure. Choosing not to speak, act, or engage until you're on stable footing is a perfectly royal and noble choice. Keep calm and carry on. Be the better person, be the example. So and then we're back to this grave card again. So I'm going to have to say that this is definitely someone that probably caused a lot of trouble in life for their family. Was a little bit crazy. had addiction problems, because the addiction stuff has come up twice. The death that came out was tragic and traumatic. So, again, heaviness.
Damn.
They were in darkness while on Earth.
Let's move on to a better call.
No, that's it. Low vibrational energy, emotions such as anger, fear, doubt, hopelessness, shame, and guilt. But yet again, this card is coming up with a danger or threat to you that they can warn you of and help you of, and they are warning you of now, and is warning you against impulsivity and advises caution and clarity in your undertaking. So you're getting that again. Now, this passed on person, whether long ago ancestor, recent, or 10, 20 years ago, somebody you know or somebody you don't, they are going to give you protection, but they did have a very hard life. And I think it was mainly due to, from what I'm getting from the one card, could have been, oh, this person again, they died tragic or as a traumatic event. Now you've had this card twice, and all your cards are or had an addiction. That's right. Um, so whether you know them now or it's from a long time ago, I don't know. But I'm saying probably addiction because of the other cards that came up with it. So if you don't know anybody that had an addiction, do you know of anybody that had that acted crazy or caused the family problems, because that can be the same thing. Addiction, like I said, the cards don't always mean what they say, like as far as the word on the card, but it's showing, like they're in a dark place, they died tragically or traumatically, yes, or had an addiction. So when we talk about addiction, I know addiction can go back far, back to when people, I mean, God, that can go back ages and ages and ages. You could go back to opium dens. You could go back to one of the wars when people were addicted or got addicted to morphine. Or what was the other thing they took? Not morphine. Maybe it was opium. It'd be in a little bottle. That was like during the gold rush time. Then you had like,
Did they do laudanum or?
yeah, that's it. That's it. That's right. So this could be somebody you don't even know, but is definitely in the family line. But what they are doing, what they're definitely doing though, is they are warning you. They are not in a dark place any longer, but they were in a dark place in life. They definitely were in a dark place in life. They definitely died tragically and traumatically. And again, Ancestry.com, when they have that free little thing, I would get on there and be looking, if you don't know who it is, to see, because you'll see the deaths in there. Like it'll tell you how they died. Oh, they got trampled by a horse. They were found unconscious, overdose, like whatever it is, they put in there, but they do put it in there, and you can follow it back and figure out who it is, which is really good. It's interesting to know some of these things. But if you do know them, again, addiction doesn't have to be the thing. It could just be that they had mental illness, because it's all through there that they were in a dark place. They had a rough childhood. They grew up rough. They were a little bit off. So it could be anything like that. But what I can say is you've had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards pulled, and they're all going along the same path. So I think the way she shuffled them was pretty good. I don't think there's any way that the grave card should have come up again unless it was meant to come up. And everything that followed it, like I said, it does kind of follow a path. Right now I'm giving somebody a reading. Anyway, so that's for you. And if you have any more questions, Byron, I can always do another reading in a little while. I would give it a little while though. And like I said, if you have no idea who this is, because it is an ancestor reading, so you might not, but that ancestry.com, it really does give a lot of information. I know that you'll definitely pinpoint it because there were some ancestors that came through last night where the people actually knew who they were, that they had passed on in their lifetime and knew them. So it's very accurate. But I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to click this off now so I can go to the next person because I think I have 3 more left to
Can I
do.
say something?
Oh yeah, Lindy wants to talk to you.
Tell him, I want him to get another one by you though, because tell him too much of what you read sounded a lot that could be coming from my influence.
Okay, Lindy's saying
'Cause a lot of that I'm going through.
okay, what Lindy's saying is that since she did your cards, she would like me to give you another one like in a couple days because she said a lot of what was read for you. She's going through right now. Not herself. She's not an addict of anything, but
No,
she's
I'm
doing
not an
it.
addict, but I'm dealing with a family member.
Yeah, and I have done readings before. Like I just remember this lady so clearly in England. She wanted a reading done for her, and the reading was all coming out about both of her sons. I'm actually live on my Facebook. You can actually see what I look like and everything on my Facebook. See, Marie, I'm on Facebook. On my Facebook, you see me live joking around about
Tell him I'm
nannies
just
on
afraid
crazy.
that it was too much influence coming from me.
Yeah, it's hard for you. Yeah, Lindy's saying that she was afraid it might be too much influence coming from her,
From my vibration.
from her vibration on the second reading. But you decide, Dee Dee Stone, and you'll see me on there. I'm live and proud on my Facebook, going about nannies going rogue or something. Okay, so Byron, I don't mind giving you another one. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. People can see me. Like, I don't hide my face. It's just when I'm doing cards, I can't like hold the phone. I have to have it down so that I can, because I have to shuffle the cards all the time and I have to do them. Great, Byron. I don't want to keep you because I know you're busy, but you hit me up in a few days, like say middle of next week, end of next week, and I will get, you know what? I don't know if you obviously you have time on Saturday. If you want to do one next Saturday, I'll do one for you next Saturday, and I can call you on the phone, or you can call me. I don't have to do it on YouTube. I can. I'm Dee Dee Stone. I'm Dee Dee Stone, and there's the video of me that was just put up last week, and you'll see my babies on there, and my cats, and the kids, and all that. They're all on there.
Tell them to look me up on Facebook.
No, that's not Byron talking. That's somebody else
Oh.
talking. I don't even know if I'm a friend with Byron on Facebook. I should be. Okay, well, okay, it's a date. Sounds good. Okay, Byron, you just let me know when, and we'll hook you up for Saturday. All right, Byron, I always like talking to you. You know that. You're so smart. He really is.
Oh, I know.
He knows what's up. Byron knows what's up. Okay. All right, Byron. All right, Byron. It was great. I'm gonna let go now so I can do I have to do Deanna, Lori, and Nick. Okay, bye-bye.